Bonjour à tous, and I hope you all finished your assessment, which is based on your second lesson. So let us recall the second lesson. Weave the technology. Weave the technology means what? Long live technology. And your communication part when as dialogue A complain about someone's behavior. So in that dialogue A, Mr. Murthy and Madam Sunita, they are discussing about the modern gadgets and who are all the characters in dialogue A. Mr. Murthy, Madam Sunita, Vidya, Sanjay, Luffy, that is son, La Balfi, that is daughter-in-law. In dialogue B, ask what happened to someone. So in this dialogue about the disadvantage of mobile phone, so who are all the characters in this dialogue? Annie and Monica, they are friends, and they are discussing about the injury, how it was happened. So this is all about the previous video, and today we are going to see about the grammar which is based on your second lesson. Let us see the topics. One is l'imparfait, that is imperfect tense. It means a past continuous tense. And second, passé composé, verb pronomino, that is past tense pronominal verb. And third is gerondif, geron. And fourth, les adjectives, adjective. And fifth is négation ne plus, that is negative sentence. And sixth is le comparative. Comparative means what? Comparative. Let us move to the first one, l'imparfait. L'imparfait means what? Imperfect tense, that is a past continuous tense. Why imperfect used for? See the definition. L'imparfait est utilisé pour une description, parler d'une habitude, d'une action en progression dans le passé. So the imperfect tense, it is used for the description and to speak about a habit, and then action is process in the past. So it is used to tell the story and report on the past action, mostly in the written context. See the example. How do you use imperfect in sentence? See the example. My brother was working yesterday at 7. So that yesterday it's a past tense. Was working, it's an action in progress in the past. See the example in French. Mon frère travaillait hier à Sapta. That travailler refers to what? L'imparfait. Okay. So quand utilise-t-on l'imparfait? So when do you use the imperfect tense? See the first one. C'est ton décrit. So this tense describe one, une action qui était en cours au même moment dans le passé. So an action that was progress at the same point in the past. See the example. Il faisait un examen here. So they were doing exam yesterday. So that they were doing, it refers to what? That is a imperfect only. That faisons, it means what? Were doing. It refers to what? That imperfect. An action is progress in the past. And second, the événement se déroulent en même temps dans le passé. Second is what? Two events are taking place at the same time in the past. We have seen in that dialogue A, I think so, that Sanjay does his homework while watching the TV. Sanjay, this is refers to what? This one. That is the second point. Two events taking place at the same time. Sanjay is does his homework. That is a one thing, and another one is what? While watching TV. So second thing, that same time in the past. So for that also we can use this imperfect. See the example. Elle regarde la télé quand il pleuvait. So she watched the television when it was raining. So the two action taken place over here. Okay. Information de l'imparfait. So how to conjugate the verbs in the imperfect tense. Pour tous les groupes, prenez le radical de la première personne du pluriel de l'indicatif du présent. So what is a premier person plural? That is a first person plural. It refers to which subject? No. See, for all the groups, for all the three groups, what are the three groups? ER, that is the first group, IR, that is the second group, and RE, it's a third group. So these all the groups, you have to take the first person plural, that is a conjugate in present tense, that is no, and you have to add the endings. What are the endings for the imperfect? AIS, AIS, AIT, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT, AIENT. These are the endings for the imperfect. And see the formation in English. Subject, what are the subject? I, you, these are the subject, and plus was or were, and plus verb plus ing. See the example here, that blue one. I is a subject and was is here, there is a past tense, and ask, it's a verb plus ing. This is a formation in English. And see the formation in French. Subject plus verb plus termination. That verb you have to conjugate in present tense, that is first person plural. For nous, see the example, demander verb. Demander means what? To ask. And for that demander verb, you have to conjugate in present tense, and you have to take the first person plural, nous demandons, and you have to remove the ons and add the imperfect endings. So je demandais, tu demandais, il demandait, elle demandait, nous demandions, vous demandiez, ils demandions, elles demandions. So I was asking, you were asking, he was asking, she was asking, we were asking, you were asking, they were asking, and they were asking. So this is all about the formation for imperfect tense. See, first you have to take the verb that you have to conjugate in the present tense, and you have to take the first person plural, that is nous, and you have to conjugate for the nous, remove the ons and add the imperfect endings. And see the expectation verbs. Some expectation verbs are there. One is être, that's irregular verbs. So see the conjugation for être verb. To be. J'étais means what? I was. Tu étais, you were. Il était, he was. Elle était, she was. Nous étions, we were. Vous étiez, you were. Ils étions, they were. Elles étions, they were. So this is the conjugation for être verb, that is a irregular verb. And next verb is what? Avoir verb. Avoir verb, see here you have to change something. Nous voyons, we YONS, and you have to remove the ONS and add the endings. Je voyais, it means I was seeing. Tu voyais, you were seeing. Il voyait, he was seeing. Elle voyait, she was seeing. Nous voyons, we were seeing. Vous voyez, they were seeing. Ils voyons, they were seeing. Elles voyons, they were seeing. So this is the irregular verb. So when you are conjugating the irregular verb, so some changes are there that you have to read by yourself only. And see the example for the imperfect. Je lisais tous les jours. That tous les jours, it refers to what? Habitual actions. I read every day. That every day, it refers to what? Habitual action. And next is tu étudiais chaque jour. So here also repeated action. So you studied every day. That every day, it refers to what? That repeated action. And il jouait au football quand il était petit. Situation in the past. So he played football. That he played football means what? That action happened in the past. So when he was little. And next is tous les actes, nous allions dans le sud de la France. So every summer we went to the south of the France. That is a first word, habitual action. For this purpose only we can use the imperfect tense. Let us move to the exercise. So in this lesson you have 5 exercises are there which is based on the imperfect tense. See the first exercise, mettez les phrases à l'imperfect. Put the sentence in the imperfect tense. First one, nous travaillons dur tous les temps. It means we work hard all the time. So here they gave in present tense that you have to conjugate in imperfect tense. So verb is what? Travailler, verb to work. And see the answer. Nous travaillons dur tout le temps. So we worked hard all the time. So you have to conjugate into travailler verb into nous travaillons. You have to remove the ons and add the endings for imperfect endings, that is ions for nous. And next, je finis toujours mes travaux. Here the verb is what? Finir verb, to finish. I always finish my work, and you have to conjugate in the imperfect. Je finissais toujours mes travaux. So I was still finishing my work. So finir verb is conjugation for nous is what? Finissons. So you have to remove the ons and add the endings for je. What is the endings for the je? ais. And next, vous faites les devoirs chaque soir. So for here also verb is what? Faire verb means to do, and what is the conjugation in present tense? Nous faisons. You have to remove the ons and add the endings for vous, that is iez. So vous faisiez les devoirs chaque soir. You did homework every night. And next, les étudiants rentrent souvent tard. It means what? Student often return late. So here the verb is what? Rentrer verb, to return. So no conjugation is what? Rentrons, that is remove ons and add the endings for the les étudiants. It refers to with subject means ils, that is eat. So you have to add the endings for aient. So les étudiants rentrent souvent tard. Students often came home late. And next, les jeunes filles choisissent des vêtements à la mode. It means young girl choose a cloth at the mode. So the verb is what? Choisir verb, to choose. And the answer is what? Les jeunes filles choisissent. So you have to add the endings for aient because the subject is what? Plural. So they vêtements à la mode. So young girl choose a cloth at the mode. So this is all about the first exercise. What is the formation for the first one? Subject plus verb plus termination. What are the termination? Endings. AIS, AIS, AIT, AIT, AIONS, IONS, IEZ, AIENT, AIENT. These are the endings for imperfect. And second, mettez les phrases à l'imperfect de l'indicatif. So here also put the sentence with the imperfect tense, that is the present tense. Nous regardons la télévision. Here we watch the television. So verb is what? Regarder, to watch, and the answer is what? We were watching TV. That is, nous regardions la télévision. And second one, vous avez des amis. You have friends. Here the verb is what? Avoir. Vous aviez des amis. You had friends. And third one, je prépare un examen. I am preparing for the exam. And answer verb is what? Préparer, to prepare. And answer is what? Je préparais un exam. I was preparing the exam. And next, Mano et Madhu prenaient le métro pour aller au travail. Verb is what? Prendre verb. Prendre means what? To take. What is the meaning of this one? Mano and Madhu take the subway to go to the work. And the answer is Mano et Madhu prenaient le métro pour aller au travail. So Mano and Madhu were taking the subway to go to the work. And next, veux-tu visiter l'orangerie? So do you want to visit the orangerie? The verb is what? Visiter verb. Visiter means what? To visit. And the answer is what? Voulais-tu visiter l'oranger. So the verb is irregular verb, vouloir verb. Vouloir verb means what? To wish or to want. That is a irregular verb. This you have to read by yourself only. So this is all about the second exercise. Move to the third one. Mettez le verbe au passé composé, vous l'imperfect. So what is the difference between the past tense and the imperfect tense? Let us see. The past tense, it is used to refer to a single event that happened at the specific point of time or a specific duration in the past. A specific point of time means it refers to what? The time, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And duration in the past, it refers to the date and the year. For this purpose only we use for past tense. And move to the imperfect. While the imperfect tense, it is used to describe ongoing events. Ongoing events, and action is progression, right? Or events without specific time or period in the past. So when it was used for the imperfect tense without a specific time or a period of the time in the past. So they didn't mention any time for this imperfect tense. Let us see the exercise. Madhavan dash a Caesar due swar. So here they already mentioned means that Caesar. Caesar means what? 6 o'clock. So it is a specific point of time, right? For the specific point of time, you have to use past tense only, right? So Madhavan est arrivé à 6h du soir. So Madhavan arrived at 6 o'clock in the evening. And second, ma sœur dash le 17 October. The verb is what? Partir. Partir means what? To leave. So here you have to take the past tense only. So past tense in that 16 verb, if it is the verb is there, you have to use adverb conjugation. For the remaining verb and all, you have to use adverb conjugation. So partir verb in the 16 verb is there, so you have to take adverb conjugation only. So here they mention that is 17, the date mentioned, so you have to use past tense only. So what is the answer? Ma sœur est partie le 17 October. My sister left on October 17. And third one, je dash mes devoirs comme maman est rentrée à la maison. Here action is ongoing events, right? For this purpose you have to use imperfect tense. So je faisais mes devoirs comme maman est rentrée à la maison. Here the verb is what? Faire means to do. So I was doing my homework when my mom came back to the house. Here the action plays two things, right? For this purpose you have to use imperfect tense. And next, nous dash à la plage tous les étés. Tous les étés means it refers to what? Habitual action. For the habitual action you have to use imperfect only. So the verb is what? Aller verb. What is the answer? Nous allions à la plage tous les étés. So we used to go to the beach every summer. And next, fifth one, jeudi dernier, nous dash rendre visite à nos grands-parents. So jeudi dernier, it's a specific point of time, that is a last Thursday. So for this you have to use a past tense only. So the rendre verb not in that 16 verb, so you have to use our verb conjugation. Nous avons rendu visite. The verb ends with what? Re. So what is the endings for the past participle? You. So that answer is what? Rendu. So the last Thursday we visited our grandparents. So this is all about the third exercise. You know what is the difference between the past tense and the imperfect. So past tense, it is used for the specific point of time, and imperfect is used for the ongoing events or events without the specific time. Okay. And fourth, let us move to the fourth exercise. Combinez les phrases en utilisant le passé composé et l'imperfect. So combine the sentence by adding the compound past and the imperfect. See the example. Je reste chez moi. So one sentence. And second is je suis malade. two sentences. So in these two sentences you have to combine, and you have to use the imperfect tense as well as the past tense also. So when you are combining these two tense, you have to add one expression. What is the expression? Paska. Paska means what? Because. These are the one of the expression in the expression de la case. So je reste chez moi, je suis malade. So I am staying home and I am sick. So you have to say the answer for this question. Je suis resté chez moi. So I stayed at home. So rester verb in the 16 verb is there. So you have to use adverb conjugation. So je suis resté chez moi. I stayed home. Parce que, there is the expression de la case, because j'étais malade. I was sick. For this you have to use imperfect tense. J'étais, it's a conjugation for adverb. And first one, Indra tombe, elle ne fait pas attention. So it means Indra falls. Second sentence is she is not paying attention. And what is the answer? Tombe verb also in the 16 verb is there. So you have to conjugate adverb only. So Indra est tombé parce qu'elle ne, faire verb you have to conjugate in imperfect tense. Faisait pas attention. So Indra fell because she was not paying attention. And second one, vous téléphonez à Mahesh. So you call Mahesh and vous avez envoyé d'aller au cinéma. So you want to go to the movies. What is the answer? Telephone verb, not in the 16 verb. So you have to use a verb conjugation only for the past tense. Vous avez téléphoné à Mahesh. You call the Mahesh parce que, because vous aviez envoyé d'aller au cinéma. So you wanted to go to the cinema. And next, je vais chez le dentiste. J'ai mal aux dents. So verb is what? Aller verb conjugation. Aller verb conjugation in the 16 verb is there. So you have to use adverb only. So je suis allé chez le dentiste. I went to the dentist parce que, because j'ai mal aux dents. J'ai mal aux dents means what? My teeth is hurt. So for that purpose only I went to the dentist. So j'avais mal aux dents. So one you have to write the past tense and another sentence you have to write in the imperfect tense. And next, fourth one, nous baignons dans le lac. It means we bathe in the lake and il fait chaud. It is hot. So here they used a pronominal verb. For pronominal verb you have to use adverb conjugation only, as I told in the previous video. So nous sommes baignons. So we bathed in the lake parce que, because il faisait chaud. It means it was hot. That's why we bathed in the lake. And next, fifth one, ils écrivent à leurs parents. They write to their parents. C'est leur anniversaire du mariage. It means it is their wedding anniversary. So first one, écrire verb, to write, not in the 16 verb. So you have to use a verb conjugation. So ils sont écrits à leurs parents parce que c'était, here the verb is what? Adverb. So the conjugation is what? C'était leur anniversaire du mariage. So they return to their parents because it was their wedding. This is all about the fourth exercise. You have to combine two sentences with the usage of expression. Expression is what? Parce que. So one you have to use a past tense and another one you have to use imperfect tense. And this is all about the fourth exercise. Let us move to the fifth one. Vous posez des questions à votre grand-mère au sujet de son adolescence. So you ask your grandmother about her adolescence. Give us answers. Okay, adolescence means what? It's like childhood. You are asking about her childhood. First one, vous habitez-tu quand tu étais jeune? So you have to answer with the usage of imperfect tense only. So where did you live when you were younger? So what is the answer? Quand. J'étais jeune, j'habitais à la campagne. So when I was young, j'habitais à la campagne was I lived in the country. So here the verb is what? Habiter verb means to live and être verb means to be. And you have to conjugate in imperfect tense. And next, avec qui jouais-tu? It means who were you playing with? Je jouais avec mes amis. So I was playing with my friends. Next, third question. Tes frères, tes sœurs et toi travaillez-vous après l'école? So do you and your brother, your sister work after the school? What is the answer? Oui, nous travaillons après l'école. Yes, we work after the school. Next, que faisais-tu le samedi soir? So what were you doing on Saturday night? What is the answer? Le samedi soir, the Saturday night. Je voyais le film à la télé. So I saw the film on television. And next, lisais-tu des romans? So were you reading the novels? Oui, je lisais des romans. Yes, I was reading the novels. And this is all about the fifth exercise. So everything is completed which is based on the imperfect tense. That is the 5 exercises are there. And let us move to the second topic, that is passé composé verb pronomino, that is a past tense in the pronominal verb. So what is pronominal verb? A pronominal verb, it's a verb that is accompanied by the reflexive pronoun. What are the reflexive pronoun? Myself, yourself, himself, herself, so himself, herself, ourself, yourself, themself, themself. These are the reflexive pronoun in English. So let us see the definition for this one. Tous les verbes pronominaux se conjuguent toujours avec l'auxiliary être au passé composé. So all the pronominal verbs are always conjugated with the auxiliary être in the past tense, as I told you in the first lesson video itself. And pronominal verbs are always preceded by a reflexive pronoun. What are the reflexive pronoun? Me, te, se, nous, vous, se. It means me means what? Myself, te, yourself, se, himself, se, herself, nous, ourself, vous, yourself, se, themself. Okay, and that agrees with the subject. It agrees with the subject. And next, some verbs are exclusively reflexive, such as se brosser, secret. So the pronominal verb, it always starts with what? Se. Okay, here the example, 2 verbs are there. Se brosser means what? To brush oneself, and another one is secret means to write oneself. Let us see the conjugation of this pronominal verb. What is the formation for the pronominal verb in past tense? Subject plus reflexive pronoun. What are the reflexive pronoun? Me, te, se, nous, vous, se. And auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is what? You have to use for all the pronominal verb être verb only. Okay, so for all the pronominal verb you can use this être verb conjugation only, that is suis, a, som, at, so. And past participle of the verb. Here the verb, it ends with what? er. For the er verb, what is the endings for the past participle? That is e accent aigu. So the meaning is se laver means what? To wash oneself. Let us see the conjugation of this pronominal verb. Je me suis lavé. So I wash myself. Washed myself. That is a past tense, right? And tu te lavé, it means you washed yourself. Il se lavé, he washed himself. Elle se lavé, she washed herself. On se lavé, here also, it means it only. Next, nous nous sommes levés, so we washed ourselves. And vous vous êtes levés, you washed yourself. And ils se sont levés, they washed themselves. elles se sont levés, they washed themselves. And the past participle always agrees with the gender. See the endings for the gender. Il se leve it is for the masculine. Elles se leve it is used for the feminine. For the feminine you have to add the endings, that is e. For plural ILS you have to add S for the masculine plural, and for the feminine plural you have to add ES, that I have told in the past tense video in that lesson 1 itself. Let us move to the exercise. So my tell a verb of passive composite. Here you have to conjugate in past tense. So all the verb they will give in that pronominal verb only. First one is je se réveille à 6 heures. So I woke up at 6 o'clock, and you have to take adverb conjugation only. Subject, reflexive pronoun is me, and auxiliary verb is you, and réveiller verb is past participle of the verb. So I woke up at 6 o'clock. And second is tu se lèves to this you. So here meaning is you get up right away. So tu te lèves to this you. So you got up right away. And third one is elle se brosse. So elle se brosse. She is brushing. So she brushed. And next, no penne. So you have to change some changes are there. PEIGNER. So no penne means what? We comb. And the answer is no penne. Penne means what? We combed each other. Next, fifth one is ils s'habillent. They get dressed up. And the answer is ils se sont habillés. They got dressed. So this is all about the pronominal verb, and I'll give assessment which is based on this second video, and you have to finish by your French note itself.